Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm watching some Jimmy Neutron right now on VHS. I wanted to hop on here and do another update, only because I've come across some amazing finds that I wanted to share with you guys. Starting off, up here I have this new Pee-wee's Playhouse Pateri. I believe that's how you say it. The box has wear. There's some wear on his wing and his belly. But it does complete the 4 that I needed from that little series of the larger scale Pee-wees, like Pee-wee, Cherry, Billy Baloney, and now that Pateri. I do have smaller stuff like that lunchbox and the little figures that are kind of mixed in throughout the collection. I also got this carded Toxic Crusaders piece. Very clear bubble. It's not wompy in the back, it's straight. I've kind of always had just random Toxic Crusader stuff like loose figures and whatever accessories I could find. Little things like that No Zone head and that bone dude. Carded, like a card game, I believe, back there. And this Frisbee. So anything that I can find from, Toxic Crusaders, I'm always willing to grab. Recently, I came across something huge, and that is some of the old 1978 Star Wars stuff with the boxes, and I'm kind of obsessed. Right here, we got the Death Star space station. I took out the pieces to make sure if it was complete. I'm missing like maybe 2 things from that. I have all that, but I don't think you can see it right now because the food fighters are covering it. Right there's like a little cage. It's missing that piece. But other than that, it's, the instructions are in there. The box is pretty clean. Super excited to come across that. As well as some, what I call big boy pieces. Like the radio controlled sand crawler with the box, instructions. The only thing it does not have is the controller, unfortunately. But that's an awesome, amazing find. In this Cloud City playset. From what I've seen, it looks complete with instructions. The box is honestly pretty minty. And that old land speeder. I also had the Stormtrooper vehicle in the box. It's in the other room. It's not out right now because I actually had a hard time fitting everything up here. Had to take down what was on the right side here originally and move things around. I wanted to make sure that Jaws box was still out for people to see, and I hung him right there just because I had him up here and he fell down. Thank God it didn't break. That reminds me, I found another Mars Attacks alien. That one up there. It's the same thing. Unfortunately, this guy does not have his cape. I have little things from Mars Attacks like this Super 7 piece or that carded figure back there, which is pretty much just a smaller scale version of these guys. This one talks and lights up. So super awesome. Can't help but just pick up stuff like that when I see it. Like that little, now that I see it, this UFO right here is from that movie. And you can see there's a little dude inside. See if I can press the button real quick. Makes little spaceship noises. Has the missiles that come out. And these are the little landing gears that you would pull out and have it stand. Gonna put this down so that I don't lose it. So not only is there some newer stuff mixed in over here that I probably can't point out at the moment because it's nothing new to me but new to you guys. Maybe those Swamp Thing figures. I don't know if you've seen those yet. Or these Smurf Halloween figs. I think I have all of them. But I was able to pick up something else incredible. And that is the Pirates of Dark Water entire series. The whole line is here. So all 4 of the orange. Probably not hung up in the best spot right now, but it will do for the moment. And then the 4 green versions of, I think these are the bad guys, right there. Sorry about the floor. So those 4 and these 4 all on card, beautiful. Kind of a weird line, but in my opinion, the more obscure and weird, the better. I mixed in what I could here, some more figures, like this Star Wars figure. I believe his name was Droopy. Maybe a couple more 3.75-inch Star Wars figures that weren't here before. Dino Riders, and moved the Food Fighters over a little bit. They were on a stand. Now they're just kind of lingering around. He's in a, that's kind of funny that he's in the land speeder right there. This guy was in one of the boxes. This is a trash monster, I believe. Trash alien monster from Star Wars. I think it came with that set. But super cool. That alone is pricey. Just that one little alien right there. Over here, these are little gummy bears from Kellogg's. That was in a lot of stuff that I was able to grab in Maine. And down here was an amazing pickup from a local yard sale. I got all three of these Robotech figures with the boxes and instructions for $5 each, and the guy threw in this dude right here. Super incredible find. That whole shelf is dedicated to those guys now, and I'm very happy about it. I hung up my Grinch figures and just moved around what I could to make things work. Have a couple more little Ninja Turtle stuff like this and that. Maybe a couple more figures that weren't in here before, or accessories that I didn't have before. And still going through more stuff. I have a box of Mighty Ducks and Mummies Alive and just assorted old 90s figures that I haven't put out yet. But in here is stuff like LGN wrestlers, super clean. Some trading cards that range from baseball to Beanie Babies to Ninja Turtles, etc. This is like a whole set of these Radiant Jewelry Collection Power Ranger stuffs that were Toy Biz, but most likely from the dollar store back in '95. So I have all these for the most part, and they're just, I don't know what I'm going to do with these guys yet, but anything old Power Rangers is also cool to grab, of course. I'm still grabbing Chuck E. Cheese stuff whenever I can. As you can tell, there's more plushies now that are just kind of hanging around the room like amusement park or carnival prizes type of thing. That's a little guy right there, super cool. And over here, more Chuck E. Cheese stuff, like some PVCs that I didn't have before, just duplicates, tickets, there's coins in there. More of those little mini Frisbees that would get tossed around the restaurant. And some Pogs, stuff like this that contain like little kids games and crayons. I have a little Toys R Us section I moved around up here that I picked up a Toys R Us toy catalog. I went through that. I actually had to air it out for a while because unfortunately it reeked like cigarettes. So I did the old dryer sheets in the middle of the pages and it worked. So thankfully that doesn't smell anymore. That's up there in that corner. And as Halloween season gets closer, I'm going to start taking out some of that stuff. More of the spooky based collectibles that I don't even have out right now. This is my all year type of NECA display with some of the other stuff that I just, I keep out regardless, like the pumpkin head and the 2 Michael mask, the Spirit Halloween 2 pumpkin head, critter, little weird things like these tiny little zombie jigglers. And over here, a recent thing I did was put out some Blu-rays. Pretty much any of the horror ones I had, I just put here with little Halloween stuff to go around it. I put another CRT DVD version of a TV down here. My one to the left of me has a VCR built in. This is a DVD one, so very cool to come across at a yard sale as well. I think I only paid like $4 for that TV. Put it with my Simpsons stuff, and I have little Simpsons DVD going right now. Some more Simpsons stuff over there. That's a Chuck E. Cheese 25-piece puzzle. Don't know where I'm going to put that exactly yet. And as I look around, I notice more things like that Chuck Norris vehicle. There's like a ninja inside there. I don't know what happened to the Chuck Norris figure. He probably fell. I've put some other things out as well, like some of the old Pokemon figures. Up there, the little Tommy figures and that Ash. But other than that, I was mostly excited to show, you know, the newer Star Wars pickups that I got, because those are just incredible to me, and I don't think I can let them go. So those will stay here for the most part, and I'm happy about it. And what I'm going to do is go in my storage room and pull out maybe 2 or 3 other boxes of stuff that contain like the 90s toys I told you about, maybe some Godzilla and just assorted random stuff that I can't even remember at the moment, and go through with you guys in the next video. But I definitely want to hop on here today while I could and just show some of the newer stuff like that and the Pirates of Dark Water, stuff I was excited to share with you guys. As usual, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.